What does it take to make a difference? Now, guys, does is this picture familiar to anyone? If you can recognize anyone here, put their names in the chat box. Let's see. You know anybody in this picture? Who do you know? And what do you know about this picture? Anybody? Brain Jota. Thank you. See, like you all know the trend, right? Thank you. So you see, it's funny how we all know Brain Jota, whereas he is not even the composer, nor the singer, nor the producer of the song. But thanks to the power of social media and leverage in the world we're in right now, he's popular. Everybody knows him, and we don't even know the man on my own left hand side. Gentleman Mike. They call him Gentleman Mike. You can Google it up and search for his full name. It's Gentleman Mike. He is the composer and the singer of the popular song that we now know as Gogo Bongo. Actually, that's not the title of the song. It's just a part of the song that has become so popular. And why did it become so popular? Because we all know Brain Trotter did a skit with it, and then it began to trend, and now it's global. And guess what? Gentleman Mike is actually making money from it because I hear it's topping the charts on Apple, on Spotify, everywhere. It's topping the charts, and the man, I believe, should be making some royalties right about now. But guess what? This song was composed 41 years ago, thereabout, over 40 years ago. Now, the question I ask myself is this: what if he didn't write that song? What if he told himself that nobody's going to listen to it anyway, so he didn't bother to write the song? And that's why I love what we're doing today. Whether we are 120 or 100, this meeting is being recorded. The video is going live. 50 years down the line, 100 years down the line, somebody's going to watch this video and their life is going to be transformed. So that begs the question, what are you doing today that years down the line, somebody else is going to benefit from? What's your vibe? And please, when I'm speaking about vibe here, let's not go into new world religion, new age practices, and meditation. That's what I'm talking about. I'm saying what makes you vibrate? What affects your feelings? Can you guys put in the chat box what turns up your emotions? What gets you emotional? Whatever emotion you know that you say, you know, what triggers your emotions? That's what I'm asking. And how do you respond? How do you react? Now, the difference between response and reaction. When you respond, you are taking a thought and you're owning what you are going to say or how you're going to, you know, I don't want to use the word respond now, to whatever trigger that has come your way. But when you react, you're reenacting the action that has come to you. So somebody slapped you, you slapped back. That is a reaction. But somebody slapped you, who took a moment to think about it, and you're like, okay, I'm not going to slap you back, but I'm going to talk to you about the dangers of violence, or you're going to help them get to see a counselor who can help them manage their emotions or manage their anger better, or whatever you think, whatever you do after you've taken a thought, it's more of a standing reaction. What's your vibe? Is it TikTok? What engenders the feelings you have? Are they yours? Is it social media induced? A lot of us don't know that the way we feel is social media induced. If you go on Instagram, for example, on TikTok, one moment you're smiling, the next moment you're crying, the next moment you are like, oh, the next moment your mouth is agape and you're wondering what in the world is this. The next moment you are angry, especially if this is something about your country, about your leader that you don't like. The next moment you're clamoring for revolution, and the next one you see a cute baby or a cute cat, and you're like, oh. So the social media, and not just social media, the world at large, when you go out and hang out with friends, when you come to school, The things we interact with daily affect our feelings, they affect our emotions, and they dictate either our response or our reaction. But I want to say that instead of you being coasted along and just carried from one place to the other, following the momentum, I want you to live by design. Ask yourself, am I living by design? Because someone said, John Maxwell actually said that if you're not on the table, you're on the menu. I'll say that again. If you're not on the table, if you're not seated at the table, you're probably on the menu. Somebody said it can be under the table. Well, if that's where you want to be. And there are two types of people in the world. The one who makes things happen and the one who things happen to. The 1% make things happen. The masses are the ones that things happen to. So question is, do you want something to happen to you or do you want to make things happen? You're not too young to make a difference. If you choose to live by design, and there are two things about living by design. Number one, you have to know your true identity. And number two, you have to understand what was the purpose or what is the purpose for my life. What is my true identity? Not the one the world is giving me, not the one the social media is dictating, not the one my friends are dictating, not the one my parents or my teachers or whatever. What has my maker, my creator, every manufacturer designs, a spoon has its purpose. You can use a spoon to open the door, doesn't mean that's its original purpose. The spoon was designed to put food in the mouth. You can use a knife as a key. That's not the original purpose. The knife was designed to cut. So yes, you may be able to do a lot of things, but the question I want you to ask yourself is, what was I really designed for? Such that you don't allow yourself to coast along, but to be intentional in living by design. Let's go to the next slide. And I'm wrapping up, guys. Now, this picture is the picture of a popular story. The picture is a picture of a popular story that we're all familiar with, especially if you're a Christian and you read the Bible. Now, this is a faith-based organization. That's why I'm feeling very free to talk about Bible characters here. This is the story of Jacob and Esau. And if you're familiar with your story, you know that Jacob offered food to Esau at a price. Now, I'm asking you, what food are you being offered at a price? Okay? And what is the price you're willing to pay for it? A lot of us are under pressure. And I understand the pressure is real. There's no, I don't even think anybody ever outgrows peer pressure. Because even at my age, there's peer pressure at some level, right? So peer pressure is real. But the question is, how are you going to handle it? I believe, and I'm drawing inspiration from my husband here, because he taught me this principle, that Esau was under some sort of pressure. Maybe he's been perceiving the nice aroma, the nice flavor that Jacob is always turning out, forgetting that he is in the raw material market. He's the one going to the farm to go get the venison, to go get the meat that they are going to prepare, going to farm and all of that, bringing the raw material that Jacob is using. So he has his value along the value chain. He has his place. But he feels like because his place is raw, as it were, is in the place of creating raw materials. You look at somebody who is taking your raw material to create finished product. And I'm speaking to Nigeria here as well. We like to create raw materials. But we look at the people who take our raw materials, create finished product, take our cocoa, turn it into chocolate. That's just an example. And then you look at the finished product and you're like, oh, wow, I love this. I want to be this guy. I want everything this guy has. And Esau must have felt that way, like, oh, every day Jacob is always coming up with some sumptuous meal, some nice delicacy. I want something. I'm famished. I need food. But if you can delay that gratification for a while, perhaps you won't have to sell your birthright. And I'm asking you again right about now, That thing you're dying to have, at what cost is it coming to you? Spending time on your device is at what cost to your life? Because time is a currency that you can never regain. Hanging out with those friends is at what cost to you? Insisting that you want to trend with the fashion, whether it aligns with your values or not, is at what cost to you? Cheating in an exam, losing your values, is at what cost to you down the line? Because at the time, it looked like a cheap negotiation. Oh, birthright, what's that? It's not even tangible. I can't even quantify it. Who needs that? To hell with that. And then he let it go, pardon my language, for a plate of food. But little did he know that it's going to rob him of his generational blessing down the line. So I'm asking that 10 years from now, again, just like Gentleman Mike, 40 years from now, what is going to be the result of the action, the seemingly meaningless action that you're doing today? Nobody sees it. We're just catching clues. May you not use your life to catch clues. We're just having fun. We're just doing this. I'm saying that live a meaningful life. Be intentional, because instant gratification from peer pressure may make you lose that which you cannot regain again ever in your destiny. Think about it. You're young today. It's all fun and games until it's no longer fun and games. Time is a currency of life that you can never regain. Money you can regain. If you lose money, you can always get it back. Maybe if you even lose a part of your body, plastic surgery can help you, but you can never get money back. I mean, your time back. So don't waste the time. And that's why I'm going to round up with this. Your actions and inaction. Sometimes you're not part of them, but you're not doing anything. You're not saying anything. You're like, it's not my business. It is your business because it's going to affect you one way or the other. Actions and inactions have consequences. Thank you, sir. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you, Timmy. It says the time is currency of life that you can never regain. So actions and inactions have consequences. Think about it. You are not too young to make a difference. And I dare you this evening to say, go make a difference. Go stand out. And thank you for having me today.